Hi, Barbara. Such a pleasure to be with you.
Same here. It's great to be with you, Mira.
Yeah, it's a great idea that we both had, and I'm so grateful that you accepted my invitation to ask you a couple of questions about your undertaking. Let's start with this one. Nowadays, especially after Corona times, the coaching business is booming. And my question will be, how comes? Why now?
I think that's a great question. So I want to answer this with a little bit of history. So coaching has really been around for really thousands of years, right? It used to have a different name. People used to call it mentoring or supporting or, consulting. And we generally know coaching from the athletic world. And about 10 or 15 years ago, people brought coaching into the business world. So it's really taken a while before people accepted coaching. So why now? Why now? Why is the coaching industry booming? I think people just went through a very intense period, including us, including myself, my family. And for a lot of us, a lot of the outside world distractions were taken away, which then caused us to focus inwardly. And yes, it's true that you can accomplish a lot of things on your own. But if you, for a moment, go back into the athletic world, you very quickly will realize that, every world-class athlete has at least one coach. And when you look into the world of football or soccer, then you have a team coach, and then you have a defensive coach, and you have an offensive coach. So usually the team has lots of coaches, and nobody would ever consider, being a world-class athlete without a coach. So now people catching up, and they're realizing that if they want results, they really need to have good education, and they want to have a coach, somebody who is unbiased, who will support them and basically get them from where they are right now to where they want to be, and they can do it in record timing. So that's where the coach comes in. And I think because of what we just went through, people have a taste and a hunger for deciding what's next in their life.
Oh, great. So what you're saying is that successful people are coached people.
Yeah, a lot of successful people have a coach, and I think people used to be more quiet about it, and they didn't necessarily wanted to talk about it. But now people are open. So yeah, a lot of successful people have coaches because yes, you can do it on your own, but the coach will get you there faster. And oftentimes we're after the result. We want to have whatever it is. We want to feel differently. We want more money. We want to live without pain. We want to be excited.
Yeah, and if there is a shortcut, why would you like to go on a detour to reach your goal? That's the thing.
That's right.
Yeah, and so tell us a little bit about what kind of a coach you are and your practice.
Oh, great. So I've been coaching for about 20 years or so. And early on, I realized that, like what I just said, that people really wanted results. They wanted to walk away from the session feeling better. They wanted to have a plan, and they wanted to know, how they could achieve their goals. So I was a kind of a classical coach in the beginning. I learned with the CTI, the Coaches Training Institute, which has been around for a long time. And in CTI, we have a philosophy that we believe that everybody is whole, complete, and that they have their own answers. And so the job of the coach is just to help you find that access and allow yourself to be present to your answers. So it's not so much about me telling you what to do, but it's to look at you and say, you've managed. You have come so far. You know what you're doing. You're the authority on your own life, and my job is just to support you in helping you pinpoint where the answers are and what you need to do so that you can bring it out. Now,
yeah, I see.
So, but let me add something, if I may. I added to that something called neuroemotional coaching. So which is a combination technique that involves muscle testing and traditional coaching psychology, because I realized that it's not always so easy for us to change. And you know this because you and I talk about this. A lot of the decisions about who we are and what we have or be or want in our life are connected to our unconscious, our subconscious, because of either experiences that we had early on, or because of maybe we brought something from that in our DNA. We know that trauma, for instance, gets passed through at least 2 generations. So however it got there, we know that our unconscious doesn't always support our goals and our aspirations. So I created a technique that really pinpoints very quickly where those blocks are, where those limiting beliefs are, and then that we can release them and update them and upgrade them, and so that people can have what they want in life and that they actually believe in it.
Right. So what you're saying is that first you make your beliefs, then your beliefs make you. And when you want to reach a goal, better address first your beliefs. And the trouble with that, I know, is that not all of your beliefs are conscious to you. It's like you don't know what you don't know.
That's right. It's the age-old problem of I don't know what I don't know. And that's, again, this is why we want to have a coach, because the coach will have more of an insight to the things that we don't know, because he or she watches us. If you have a coach that has a good intuition, good sense, they will hear, they will sense us, they will know, and then they can guide us to take a look at those places.
So your special tool is the neuro-emotional coaching. Is that correct?
That's right.
Right. And that is a door to the subconscious mind.
Yes, it's a door. It's a definitely door, because the body, the muscle test will function like a lie detector. It will show you exactly what your reality is. And so when I have you make an assertion such as, I'm okay with making more money, or I'm okay with being in love, or I'm okay with sleeping at night, then the muscle test will show you whether your subconscious mind is in alignment with that. And if it isn't, I go through a technique that will very quickly get you in alignment with that statement.
Perfect. Wow, that sounds like a wonderful to me. I mean, if the subconscious mind is not on board with me, these are 88% of me that are not on board with me. And that's a serious hurdle, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. And, I think this is why our work is so aligned, because we understand that. And I'm not saying that other coaching techniques aren't effective, but it just takes that much longer because of that 88%, because most of the time it will address that 12%. And it's just slower because the subconscious is powerful.
Yeah, it's just slower. And who has the time for that? I think we both are very much, we have that in common. We are very result-oriented therapists. And that's a thing where I couldn't agree with you more. So you have this product, this program that is 3 months, yeah?
Yeah, so I looked at what's going on right now, and a lot of people are challenged financially, and at the same time they're looking for support, and they're looking to embark on what's next for me. What can I learn from this period? What am I walking away with? How did my buttons get pushed, and what do I want to do with that? So I felt it was a really good time to put a 3-month coaching program together, and it's a close group. So for the last 2 months, every Sunday at this time, actually, I would have an open coaching group where I would do some neuroemotional coaching with people, and we got great value. And I say, and here's another and, people felt like it wasn't intimate enough, and you never knew who was coming. We had people from all over the world, and people wanted a more intimate group. So I said, good, we will create an intimate group with the same people. We're going to limit it to 12 people. And I am providing a structure for people that will take them from A to B. People will learn how to work with their unconscious. We will there will be a very clear path outlined with steps and homework. And every week we will have a call. On the call, there will be a lecture, and I will present some material, and I will work with people, do some neuroemotional coaching, and they will have some individual sessions, and they will also have a session or two with you.
Yeah, my favorite RTT tool. Yeah.
Which is so exciting because, we met just a little bit ago because you work similar as I do, and people will have a tape that they will be able to listen to that will be in support
Absolutely.
for them to really change some of the beliefs maybe that we've been working on, and they chipped a little bit away at it, but maybe there's still some little bit still there. So we will give them a tape that they can listen to for the entire duration of the 3 months, and it will be super powerful for them because it will be like a clean out the house. So if you struggle with self-worth your entire life, or not feeling good enough or not feeling loved, this will be an amazing 3 months that will take care of this for you for once and for all.
Yeah, I think that was the greatest result of our brainstorming with you, because we both wanted to give people a very fast and very deep and very permanent result when it comes to reaching a goal. And when I'm listening to you now, I have a vision. We both are like the taxi drivers, and we have this taxi, and we stop in front of somebody and we ask, where do you want to go? How fast you want to get there? Come on in. And we just bring people from point A to point B. So your program is within a closed group of 12 people for 3 months with a certain goal setting. And what you're going to do is supporting people getting there, and I have the pleasure to assist you. And I just want to make clear that, this is one wonderful opportunity, the more so because I can imagine what wonderful friendships will be developed within a closed group like that. It's a special benefit.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because it's true. I am very close friends with the people that I would, I did a workshop like that or something like that. So it's super important.
And this program is called?
The group's called What's Next. And we actually have 3 different groups that we're looking to fill. One is for teenagers, because teenagers are really, really struggling right now. And one is for people who are looking to work more on their personal life. And then one is for people who are looking to grow their business, or they want to really work on professional things. And we'll see, we see who shows up. So maybe we'll make some adjustments with the groups.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of parents now who have just had Corona time with the family and the teenagers in the family, and how many conflicts come to the surface that are usually not addressed, because this time together can be a blessing, but it can also be, very challenging. And I am really imagining a lot of parents being happy if their kids can get some external support, because external support is very objective. And sometimes we as parents cannot necessarily find the right way. What is your experience with teenagers?
So I coach some teenagers, which is how how this idea was created. And especially in the United States right now, the schools are closed. And so everything is happening online. And I was coaching some teenagers while the lockdown was going on. And they were telling me how they were struggling with the social connections. Some of the teenagers have to decide, I'm going to college soon. I need to start planning for university or college. What do I want to be when I grow up? And so the kids were really struggling. And the parents were struggling because the parents had to work from home, and there was less attention that was given to the teenagers. So I thought, this is really a great opportunity, because the feedback that I got from the kids, the teenagers, were, this is great. This is the perfect time to receive some coaching. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if the teenagers were in a group and we could have a global group? And not only would you get support from other teenagers from all over the world, but you would, experience different cultures and learn different things that you didn't even think that you wanted to know about, just as a byproduct. And, I think one of the things that I didn't say is, once you go through the group, what you will learn in the group, you will be able to repeat it over and over again. And so that it's nice to have a group because you make great friends, but you won't need the group. You can apply the steps and take yourself through the program again, and you will have, you will have awesome results over and over again.
Right. So if you want to help somebody and teach them to fly, then don't put them on your back and fly with them, but give them the wing so that they can fly on their own. And that's what your program is doing for people. It's giving them the tool, it's giving them the know-how and teaching them how to not need a coach anymore.
That's right, because it's like my mission is to make the world a better place, and I think maybe that sounds grandiose, but some people aren't available; they can't really afford coaching, and I want to teach people a way to coach themselves so that they can bring out their inner coach, and that can be passed on, and so that we can, if we take a moment and look towards the United States and we see what's going on there. And I don't necessarily want to comment it from a political point of view, but I think we can all agree, if we had some more inner skills, if we knew about emotional intelligence, if we had intuition, if we had acceptance, and we knew how to communicate with one another, then we wouldn't be in this place today. We would be in a different place. So I have a big vision, because I want us to all get along. I want us to be happy. I believe that the universe is abundant, and that there will always be abundance for all of us, and that every human being deserves to have a good life. So, this is just my way, my contribution, with your help, Mira.
Yeah, my pleasure.
To take us up to the next level, and teach ourselves, and then teach and keep it going.
Yeah, so going to the next level and teaching ourselves, does this have to do with self-awareness? Does it have to do with emotional mastery? Does it have to do with goal setting, goal achievement, manifesting, or with everything together?
With everything together. So, everything starts with awareness. If I can't be aware, and if I live in darkness, then it's going to be difficult for me to make any movement. I don't know what I want. I don't know who I am. So everything starts with awareness. And then from the awareness, it's a little bit like a match. I'm lighting a candle. From the awareness, I get to see things. I get to learn things. I get to experience things. And so it's like we start the journey. And the journey is a combination of, aligning ourselves with our wants, figuring out who we are. And, I talk a lot about intentions and goals, and give you lots of tips. And so that we can, we slowly move ourselves forward. And in the process, when we bump up against the things that we're not in line with, we neutralize them and we move on. And so this could be in the area of making more money, finding the love of your life, being healthy, feeling happy. There's always things for us to learn. The moment that I, die, is the moment that I say, okay, in this physical form, I'm done. I'm done learning and growing. But it's like, as long as I'm walking on the planet, I am growing. And when I stop growing, I will shrink, because I want to expand my comfort zone. And believe me, I have so much to learn. So it's like, you and I actually will be taking the course together while we're, facilitating the group for the people that are in the group, because of course, we are continuously learning and improving our emotional intelligence, our clarity.
Yeah. You're so right. I cannot agree more. I'm just wondering now, the next question that I have for you is, what about the business group? How can a business profit from being coached 3 months alone?
Oh, you mean it's not long enough, or it's too long?
I mean, like, what is the difference? What difference will it make to a business, being coached and not being coached?
Okay, so wow, I've coached a lot of businesses, and I've coached a lot of small businesses and large businesses. So I'll give you a bunch of ideas. So in the sales arena, a lot of solo entrepreneurs or small entrepreneurs, or even small companies, a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with rejection. And when that rejection is something that really is pushing your buttons, then you're going to have a hard time selling, because it's like you just don't want to get rejected, so that you're going to do everything that you can to stay inside. A lot of entrepreneurs businesses are struggling with money. I put money in their hand. I don't know if you've ever done this, but it's like I put money in people's hand and I muscle test them. And 9 out of 10 times the arm will go down, which means subconsciously they're uncomfortable. They have some belief going that makes them uncomfortable with money. So we want to neutralize that, because what is money? Money is just a medium of exchange. It's for some people say it's a spiritual medium of exchange, but it's just a medium of exchange. So, I get my hair cut, I give her some money. Somebody comes to me from coaching, they give me some money. My money that I then have buys groceries. So, but we have all these things attached with money. It's dirty, it's evil, and on and on and on. Good people shouldn't have any money. And the people, I tell you, the people that are naturally in line with believing that they're worthy, and then they money comes to them easily, they have that. Okay. So, and the people that don't have that, no matter how smart you are, where you come from, if you have those beliefs that are not supporting you in your abundance, in creating a business, the results will show. So it's not about necessarily being in the right time, being in the right place at the right time. It's all about, what is going on with my 88%?
Exactly.
88%. And if my 88% is in alignment with all the things that I want financially about my business, growing my business, expanding my business, maybe I'm selling the wrong product, or maybe I don't have the right strategy. We will look at all of that. I actually used to do a 3-month business coaching group years ago, probably 10, 11 years ago, where we went through all the different areas that you need to pay attention to as a business. This will be different. We're going to be looking more at the overall strategy and the beliefs, the subconscious and unconscious beliefs that are blocking you from moving your business to the next level.
Yeah, which reminds me, I just had a client for a couple of days where we were working upon limiting beliefs about money. And guess what? We came upon a scene where the kid is with mom in a coffee shop, and mom says, what do you like? What sweets do you like me to buy for you? And the kid says, no, I don't want anything. And the limiting belief behind that was that the kid listened to a conversation between mama and papa before, where they were talking about how difficult it is to get some money, and the belief that the kid develops is, I better don't want anything from you because you don't have enough. And this person was struggling to charge an appropriate amount for the services, although it was a great service. How important is that, and how unaware one can be of that? So, okay, so you're having what's next group for teenagers, what's next group for business people, and what's next group for people with some personal issues that are not necessarily connected to business. And it's 12 people in each group. But what if, let's say, I'm in the group, I'm a customer, and my goal is different from the goal of my buddy that is with me in the same group? How you make sure that we move together in the same direction?
Oh, what a great question. So I think it's actually great when you don't have the same goal, okay? Because the steps are going to be the same for everybody. And what the body will help you do is make sure that you move through the steps. And, I'm available. So if somebody gets stuck, all they need to do is send me a WhatsApp or an email, and, we'll support the person, making sure that they understand what's next, or, help them remove the block. So the body is, what's the role of the body? The body is to support the other person unconditionally, to ask questions, to be a sounding board. And it's perfectly fine if they have different goals. I think, like I said a little bit earlier, it's better because then there's no comparison. You know, if I'm working on losing weight and you're working on getting pregnant, you know, those are two personal goals. And, you know, I can say, well, where are you with step 3? Have you, you know, done your forgiveness, and where are your judgments? And what is your intention? You know, have you clarified your intention? So those are questions that everybody will have to answer, but they relate to, you know, the answers will be different depending on the area that you're working on. So even, I mean, even if we put business and personal people in one group, it still would be, okay, we're working, everybody works on their goal, and the body's role is to support their body as best as they can in moving through the process.
Okay, so it's a process that we're moving together through. And when you say body, that's an accountability partner that
Yes.
And that person is going to give you objectivity, is going to give you support when you get down, and vice versa. And that's something that you cannot get on your own at home when you're trying to reach the same goal on your own. And that's like a bonus from working within a group.
Absolutely, because, you know, oftentimes our family members, they just don't want to hear it anymore. You know, they're like, sometimes they're tired, and, you know, people say, oh, I've heard you complain about this for 6 years. When are you going to do something about it? And the body will be different because the body is in the same boat. The body is committed. And yes, another way of describing their relationship would be to say they're accountability partners with a lot of love and a lot of compassion.
Perfect. And then you mentioned a process. So that means once I learn this process, once I experience this process in myself, under my skin, so to say, then I'll be able to replicate it. I will be able to apply it to my next goal and my next goal. And that's how I actually grow, by getting knowledge and being supervised while I'm applying this knowledge and having support within a group. Wonderful idea, actually. Yeah. So how does one, if one has interest, how can one approach you or sign up, or what is the way?
Great question. So it's very easy. I will put the link in the post here soon, but it's I think it's already on the Facebook page. There's a link. It's called What's Next Group. There's a link on my website, What's Next. So there's many ways to get to it. You can clearintentions.net, and or look on the Clear Intentions Facebook page. So it's easy, and there's a lot of description about the group, and that explains the details and exactly what to expect. But if anybody has additional questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Great. So I'm going to also send this link to all my newsletter subscribers. Let people know, let people decide for themselves, do they want a shortcut or they would rather take the detour. That's everybody's right to make a choice. Choices we make all the time. In fact, choices are yours to make and beliefs are yours to change, I always say. And also I wanted to ask you, is there a deadline? Is there like, how much time do I have to decide if I want to join? Because once the group is formed, then there might not be any more vacancy in the group.
That's true. So right now we still have some room, and, you know, we are probably starting no later than the end of the month. But once the group is full, we will start. So I would advise everybody, if you're really interested, let me know. We can talk about it. And like you said, Mira, the choice is you. If you feel called, I always say, you know, sometimes I feel called, and then I'm like, I really feel like I want to do this. And then you know, as soon as I think about it, like, but how am I going to make it happen? It's like, we can figure this out together. I can help you figure this out. So if you're interested and you feel like this is something that you want to do, you can contact me, and together we will figure out how you can do it. We have a general time set up on Sundays at 9 o'clock. Once the group gets formed, and people decide that they might want to meet at a different day, we can do that if everybody's in agreement. We're flexible. Right now we have people from Cyprus we signed up. We have people from the United States. We have people from Nigeria. We have people from Switzerland.
Wonderful. Global.
We have another person from Germany. So it's very global, which is exciting. And so I encourage you.
Yeah, so you say Sunday 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. This is GMT plus 1 or GMT
plus 3?
GMT plus 3. Okay, that's 9 o'clock p.m. on Sundays. Okay, and you say you're talking about by the end of the month, June 2020.
Yep. So
absolutely.
I don't want to wait any longer. But here's the thing, if a lot of people want to join us, we'll do another group. So there's really no
absolute dead end.
No, but these first groups, once they're full, we will start. I'm not sure how much time in between we will have to do another group. The idea to do it over the summer was, listen, the summer is coming up. We're not going to be really going on vacation. This is a prime time to really take a look at what's next in your life. Don't let yourself get distracted. It's like, look at what is it that I want to create in the next year, 5, 10, 20 years. This is a perfect opportunity. When Corona started, the first day I was anxious because in Israel we had a lot of restrictions. And the second time I really had a full-blown anxiety attack. I woke up in the morning and I had chest ache and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I lost clients. It meant no childcare. We were actually on lockdown. Many days we were not allowed to leave the house really. And so I just said to myself, listen, this is a great opportunity. There are all these things that you always wanted to do. So, I really decided within 48 hours that I was going to use this opportunity. And I wish there would have been a group that would have taken me on a process and said, okay, this is step 1, step 2, so I kind of took myself on this a group of where I put myself on a pretty strict, schedule of where I said, these are the things that I'm going to accomplish. And I accomplished a lot of them. And so it really came from this would have been helpful to me. And I see this would have been helpful for the teenagers, and it would have been helpful for a lot of people. And so here now we're doing it. And I can't wait to get started. I hope everybody joins us because I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and it's especially in the hard times that we need additional support. It's exactly when you get challenged that you appreciate the support when you have it. And I think that every adversity carries within itself the greatest potential, the greatest opportunity, and it is upon everybody to decide, am I going to grab the opportunity when it knocks on my door? Because soon enough it will move to the neighbor's door, and that's the moment is gone. And so we need to recognize such moments and to grab them. And by the way, I'm very grateful for this time of Corona too. I think Corona is a challenge in disguise, so to say, because we came to stop and turn within and look at the real picture, what is going on the inside, because the outside world is just a reflection of the inside world. So I was just looking at both of us, and without having any initial talk, we are both in light blue. Can you imagine what we are on the same wavelength, so to say. I was just thinking, look at us. We didn't have time to talk about that. And that means that we will be a great team and a great match as a coaching, as approach in coaching. We have that in common. Let's open the door to the subconscious mind. Let's clean the basement. When the basement is clean, then the building can be built up and higher. Another question, last question. Let's say I'm somebody who is watching that and I'm like, oh yeah, this is something about me, but I have questions. Are you saying that you are willing to give like a 15 minutes pre-talk and answering questions of people who are interested?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Listen,
okay.
Sometimes we need to sample the steak before we have the full steak. And I'm happy to talk to anybody, give them, answer all their questions that they have. Whatever you need to know, let me know. I want people that are really want to be in the group. Listen, because it's like we're going to sit down, we're going to put the seatbelt on, and then we're going to take off because we're serious. So it's like, if you're not really seriously interested in making something happen in your life, this is probably not the group for you. So, but if you have questions about it and you want to maybe understand a little bit more about the terminology or the methodology or how does this work or the finances of it, please, by all means, contact me. I'm happy to talk to you. I want to make sure that you feel comfortable, that this is for you. It's like, like buying shoes. we want to make sure the shoe fits well, so that you can really be committed for those next 13 weeks.
Yeah, commitment is great. I mean, that's the thing. That's what makes the difference. Are you committed or not? And as I look back now in my life, every time that I have grown, every time that I have advanced, it was when I have put my money down and I said, yeah, that's an investment. I invest into myself because I don't know what I don't know. And I want to be like those people because they are successful, and I want to learn from the best. And that has always been my intentions, and in yours too, because I know that you, like me, are very much result oriented as a coach, as a therapist. Yeah, perfect. Great to know. So I think I shall leave it here, and I shall express my gratitude for this time together. And I'm also looking forward for that amazing adventure. And say, let us do that. Let's do it. Just like Nike. Do it. Just do it.
That's right. And I see the link to the What's Next group was just posted. So there you have it. Make it really easy for you to do. And first of all, I want to express my gratitude to Mira for joining me. I'm really delighted that we got to meet, and I'm very, very excited to do this with you. And I send all of you who are listening, and please share this, a really, really warm welcome to join us. And we'll see you soon.
Many blessings. And I'll finish with my favorite quote. Somebody famous once said, there is no other lack in this universe but the lack of awareness. That's the first step. Take the first step today in faith. And when you get there, you'll know more. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Mira.
See you. Bye for now.
Bye for now.